Shalom, shalom fam. I'm serving RD. Most of you know me as Ramon. And this is Kohaya. Kingdom of Heaven is at hand. And I'm coming to you with another produced video. It's going to be short. It's not going to be long as the other. And the title of this video is Land of Our Enemies. Now, I want to ask a few questions. I want to ask, why are black people dying at record numbers? Why is it that we receive no justice in the courtroom? Why is it that we are killed at the hand of another black individual more than any other race? Why is it that we cannot excel no matter how hard we try? It's a group of people. I'm not talking about individual families and individual stratas. I'm talking about us as a people. Why do we own less than 1% of the wealth in this country, considering that we have had civil rights for over 50 years? The signing of the civil rights was signed in 1964. What's the problem? It's because we are in the land of our enemies. It's just plain and simple. This is not our home. Hebrews 13:14 says we have no continual city. So why are things getting worse? We are protesting out in the street. As you know, I'm from St. Louis. And I've been thinking about the different things that have happened this past week. And you see, many of you have seen protesters out in the street and things getting worse and worse and worse. Why? Why no other race of people deal with the stuff that we deal with? Why? Because we're in the land of our enemies. The Father told us that he was going to send us into a land, and he's going to use a people with a fierce countenance. And so we have to understand, brothers and sisters, the protesting and all of the rallying in the streets would do us no good, because we trust in a system that continually spit in our face. See, brothers and sisters, the answer to our problems and to our plight is the Father YHWH. He's the only answer. Our brother and Messiah, Yahushua, is the only solution. The Father sent us into this country, and he sent the sword after us. That's why we dying at record numbers. That's why we dying at the hand of other brothers and sisters. That's why black on black crime is at an all-time high. That's why we are experiencing no justice in the courtroom. That's why we continually run to and fro talking about no justice, no peace. What do we want justice? When do we want it? Now. Justice from who? Are people that labeled you as 3/5 human? Well, I know some of you say, no, that was talking about the commodity. Okay. If all men were created equal, why did you need to put a 3/5 human clause in it? As a matter of fact, when you look in the books, it's hard to find, but they argued that 3/5 clause. And it was such a sticky issue, they just rendered it moot, which means to set unto another day, to debate it on another day. Why? Because we're in the land of our enemies. I know many of you don't believe it, and I know many people that have embraced the religions and doctrines that our oppressors gave us. You feel like that everything is okay, but it's not. We have come to the 400-year mark. And it's Genesis 15 and 13. The Father say, know of a surety. He told Abraham, I will send you in the land. And you'll be a stranger. And you will serve these people for 400 years. If you count up the years, it's coming to its conclusion. And so now we see everything coming to a head. Because you will continue to be in the land of your enemies psychologically and physically as long as you upholding the black power philosophy. As long as you trying to be the strong black woman, you will continue to be in the land of your enemies. And the sword will eventually find you. The way to escape the sword is to come back to the Father. Deny yourself. Put down all the things that you love so much in this land of your enemies. And embrace the Father. That's the only way the sword would be lifted. That's the only way that you will receive justice. You're not going to receive justice in Jesse Jackson. You're not going to receive justice through Al Sharpton. They have done it time and time and again. Al Sharpton went down to New Orleans. That Genesis 6, remember that? The guy stayed in jail. What did Al Sharpton do? Went on back and did whatever he wanted to do. Jesse Jackson, every time there's an issue, to push his agenda, here he comes. Because you're not going to find we in the land of our enemies. Think about it, brothers and sisters. Now you have the Black Panther Party, the new Black Panther Party. They coming up, they coming talking about rise up and justice and trying to stir up the protests even more. And all it's going to do is lead to martial law. Martial law is coming. Why? Because we're in the land of our enemies. You need to understand, brothers and sisters, that you've been called. You've been called and chosen. Those of you that's his elect. You've been chosen to bring forth the praises of Yah. I ain't talking about this. A lifestyle. To show the world that the Father wants to use individuals that love him. The reason why we're in the land of our enemies is because we kicked the Father in the throat. We made a covenant with him and then we broke it. And we still break it today. We worshiping all these other gods and deities. And you know the truth. A lot of preachers, you know the truth. But guess what? You have found paradise in the land of your enemies. Guess what? The sword is coming. And it's going to track you down too. So brothers and sisters, this is a short video and I just wanted to express the importance of coming out from among this system. Because this system means you no good. This system was constructed by your enemies. This is why Yahshua said, love your enemies, but not take on the ways of your enemies. Whenever you talk about love, you're talking about Yah. His love is totally different from ours. So you have to study his word to understand how to truly love an individual. Love will tell the truth, no matter how hard and harsh it may be. Brothers and sisters, come out. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. And this being the land of your enemies, the sword is coming. And judgment is coming to these people that did these things to you. So brothers and sisters, I just wanted to kind of get that off my chest and let you know, come out from among her. and embrace the Father. If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then would I hear from heaven, forgive their sins, and heal their land. Their land. Not the land of their enemies, but their land. Where is their land? Jerusalem. The land that lies between the Nile and the Euphrates, which they fighting over now. Brothers and sisters, I'm your brother, Servant R.D. Most you know me as Ramat. The name of this particular video is Land of Our Enemies. Shalom.